Subscribe. The royal family have many traditions, but who knew rolling with a new name was one of them? And it appears a handful of British included. The royal family's surname changed from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor too. According to the royal website, before 1917, members of the British royal family had no surname, but only the name of the house or dynasty to which they belonged. Things then changed in 1917, when King George V adopted the name Windsor. Related articles. Here's a look at the royals from recent history who've altered their names. Prince Harry? More like Prince Henry. Yes, the 35-year-old was in fact born Henry, however he's been using his nickname, Harry, since he was a boy. It's a little obscure as to why this is, but the name Henry derives from the old French name Henry, and over time the English version, Harry, started to be used here. In fact, most monarchs called Henry were referred to by those who knew them as Harry. So there you have it. Meghan Markle something Harry and have in common is that neither of them use their real names. Meghan, too, wasn't born with the moniker we know her by. Her name is, in fact, Rachel. The actress was born Rachel Meghan Markle, but it's thought the star began to use her middle name when she was in school, as her yearbook photo sees Meghan Markle written beneath it. Perhaps even more confusingly, Meghan's name in Suits, is Rachel Zane. King George, Virgin Islands, US. As well as Prince Harry and Meghan, or Henry and Rachel even, King George, Virgin Islands, US also changed his name. Originally born Albert Frederick Arthur George Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, he became known as George, despite being handed the moniker Albert when he was born. Related articles. As a child, he was nicknamed Bertie and became King George when crowned in 1937. Who would have known? Prince Charles famously has the longest name, ever. The Queen's son's full name is Charles Philip Arthur George. As a result, the royal can change his name to one of his middle names to rule, should he prefer to. Which means when Prince Charles becomes the reigning monarch, his name could be George, Arthur, or Philip. Queen Victoria stood her ground when told to change her nickname and use something more regal. The monarch was born Alexandrina Victoria after her godfather Tsar Alexander I. However, despite being advised what to do, she stood firm and kept the moniker Victoria.